What's good, YouTube? It's Jay here. So I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video to the channel, so this one's going to be a bit for the people that are still relatively new to Empire War or just need a little bit of help, you know, with being better players and whatnot. The goal of this video today is to show you a few tips and tricks that'll help you basically improve your Empire War gameplay. It's going to be extremely basic tips, so if you're already a pro, you probably don't really need to watch this, and I guess there's no such thing as a pro Empire War player. So for my first set of tips, first things first, you can group your units. A lot of people do not group units. You do this by pressing Control A, and then if you want to make them into separate groups, you know, you could do Control 1, like I'm doing right here, or Control 2, like this, you know. Normally what I do is I go capital ships and big guys in like group 1, then fighters second, because those usually come up more importantly. Bombers in group 3, you know, and then the Corvettes group 4. And I do apologize, my scroll wheel is actually kind of broken, I think. You can group units, and it, in my opinion, is the best way to play because it helps you really maximize your efficiency in those battles. Like just doing select all and then attack, I've personally seen that as just a very lackluster way of handling certain battles and situations and whatnot. It just makes things a little bit less control, and I like being in control of everything. So group your units, it helps a lot. Tip number 2. So there are a list of key commands in the game that you can also use as well. My number 1 being the hunt for enemies ability that starfighters usually have in most Empire War mods. It'll leave you to micro fighters just a little bit less. You know, it's such a useful feature in my opinion with how often the AI sends fighter swarms after you. Just being able to go Control Alt and then hit Shift H, and they're able to just instantaneously start hunting for things. You know, you don't have to watch them as much. Now I want to remind you that sometimes fighters will go a little AWOL and go off into areas on their own. So usually what I like to do is like Control All or select a unit. I'll set them to attack while moving, and then I'll hit the hunt ability, and sometimes they still move in the direction that I sent them in. Now that could just be a bit of a placebo effect. I could just be thinking that it's not true whatsoever, but I think it helps a lot. So, you know, use Control H for your fighters. It makes my you know, keeping control of them just a little bit easier. Tip number 3, this is going to sound the same, but you can rotate your camera. You do it by holding down your middle wheel, your scroll wheel. You click it in, and then you hold the control key at the same time. You're able to literally rotate your camera. That's how a lot of people get those incredible shots like we've got right here with the Mediator class battlecruiser in Empire War Remake in all of its beautiful glory. This helps get really cool shots. It helps you see certain battles just a little bit easier, and in my opinion, it's just a good idea when you have really large scale fleet battles kind of going on. You know, it makes just managing them just so much easier in my opinion. You can see everything a little bit more clearly or as needed. It helps a ton. All right, so tip number 4, if you didn't know this already, you can select a unit, hit the C key, and it'll allow you to zoom around it. Literally just hit the C key. Bada bing, bada boom. Easy, simple stuff. It'll let you see around the unit, and you can kind of play around with it. It's good for screenshots and stuff like that, so, you know, give it a shot. It makes for some really cool shots. That's how I get a lot of my screenshots and thumbnails for my Empire War videos. Just select a unit and hit Control C, and then just move your mouse around, and you can go crazy. It'll really do some magic for you. Tip number 5, you can actually remove the UI. You do this by just pressing the I key on your keyboard. Now, a lot of these key commands can be found in the options, but you'd be surprised when people ask me, how do you remove this, or how do you, you know, do that? Like, there are a lot of useful key commands in the Empire War, you know, menu. So that's just another one. It looks really cool for space battles like this one right here. The unit icons are obviously going to get in the way here, so we won't get all the glorious shots that we're looking for. But it's another useful one if you just want to spectate some battles. Now, the only downside to it is you can't pause the game technically unless you hit the escape key to, you know, go to the main menu. But you have to bring back the UI in order to actually pause the game like normal. And if you want to bring back the UI, simply, literally, just press the I key again, and it'll pop right back up. And that's all you'll have to do for that. Now, for the last tip of this particular video, this is actually found by one of my viewers, Casper. You can actually you can change the keys in Empire War. Literally, you can just change the keys. So originally I had the scroll up, down, left, right set to all the arrow keys. I simply reset these to WASD. Again, shout out to Casper for finding that, because that really makes, you know, moving around the map just a lot easier. Sometimes you don't want to just like click on the map and just scroll wheel everywhere. You know, doing WASD really helps. So a lot of these tips are pretty basic, but this should help out a lot of people that play the game kind of casually but want to be better just a little bit. So if you have any other questions or any other tips that you would like to see in the game, please let me know in the comment section Down below, it could be battle tips, it could be more just interface, UI tips, or controlling your fleet kind of tips, and I will answer them either in the comment section or I'll make a video on it depending on what it is. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like on it, sub to the channel for more gaming content, everybody. I'm going to be trying to put out more Empire War videos a little bit more consistently now that my time has been freed up just a little bit, and I really do appreciate all the support on the channel. We're nearly at 3,200 subs. The goal for February is to get to 4,000, which is a daunting task. If you're new to this channel, I'm a pretty friendly guy. Be sure to sub. Let's get these numbers rolling, guys. So I'll see you later. May the force be with you all. Peace.